Okay, I'm hoping that you can look past the clutter because this wasn't some kind of fancy shot. I just quickly threw a few elements together to make this photograph. So don't get too attached to how sloppy my basement is looking right now. Let me just show you some of the elements that will help make a little bit of sense of this perhaps. Obviously there's the camera mounted on the tripod, and there in the distance is the amaryllis. Okay, and I'm just hand holding this walking so. Okay, you can see the light. There's the gold light bouncing back off of this reflector, which is a fold-up reflector. You can fold it down into a smaller circle and then just pops open. It's got a gold reflective side. I've just got it propped up against a paint can with a stick in it with a A-clamp on it. And that is a simple thing to make. Studio photographers use things like this quite a bit because they don't have the legs of a light stand that get in the way. So you can have several of these, and attached to the stick you could have little cards that are creating shadows or holding reflectors that'll bounce a bit of light in just in the right area or whatever. Over here I've got black foam core that is sucking some of that gold shadow off of the side of the can, creating a smaller shadow from back here when you get back. Otherwise that the gold reflector would be wrapping around the can even more. Over on this side, let's see, let me back up here, is a softbox, and this one is made for a hot light. So there's a 1000-watt bulb inside of here that is shining through its diffused front. This is about a $125 item, I think. You could just kind of make your one yourself by shooting a light through a shower curtain, just a clear plastic or kind of a hazy shower curtain. Okay, so you can see the light is on. It's shining through the diffused front of the softbox, and then I have another piece of diffusion material that is just cutting off, softening the light a little bit more towards the bottom. And again, you could take a shower curtain and stretch it over some PVC pipe frame that you built in any shape or size, and you could get this same sort of a diffusion panel. Heck, hang a sheet. All you're trying to do is break up the point source of the light and soften it so that it represents something much more closely akin to window light. Then you can see I've just leaned another sheet of foam core up against this black foam core just to drop down the light on the lower part of the image. And then you can see in the background I've sort of directed the light in such a way that it is not really striking the background directly. There's a little bit of side light that's just sort of reaching out and kissing it, but when I crop it for my shot, I don't see any of that. Now you can also see that this is a tin can that I dredged out of a garbage can, just because it was a kind of a cool size, and I thought that it could have another purpose in life. So, but it's got some dents in it, and it's not a perfect specimen. It's not a vase or anything like that. So one of the reasons that I did the work that I did to soften that lower part was to take away some of the visual element of that can. It just was too bright, too shiny, and then it was a little bit beat up. It's not a perfect thing, and I didn't want that robbing the attention away from the plant. When I shoot this with a long lens, the background goes out of focus and I don't see this big hot spot over here. I'm just seeing what is directly behind the plant. So there you have it. I'll try to shoot a few stills now, taking some of the elements away so that you can see what they add or subtract. Okay.